Dillon is asked here about what happened and his involvement with Charlie Kirk in that now famous Hamptons intervention, meeting, influencer retreat, whatever it was. Well, his answer reveals exactly what it was. And knowing what we know now about Erica Kirk being there makes all of this even worse.
Hampton's meeting was a retreat called by Charlie. It was. I don't know if many of you are familiar with this. I'll give you a little context, but there was a claim that was made that an intervention was staged with Charlie, where people pulled him into a room in a very aggressive manner, pressured and blackmailed him because they felt like he was straying away from his support for Israel. That was the claim. The Hamptons retreat, and that was the Hamptons retreat was characterized that way. It was not like that. There were about 30 people there, handpicked and invited by Charlie personally. He brought us there. He stood at the front of the room with a microphone throughout the thing. The theme of it was Save the West. His primary focus was on the threat of Islam, the problem of Islam. There was heated and spirited debate about the issue of Israel in the room, but it was debate that Charlie himself initiated, and he wanted to hear different perspectives on it. And so we voiced a lot of our perspectives. One of the things that I disagreed with him on was he said that, you know, if you're not sufficiently supportive of Israel, it can be really ruinous for you in a position like his. Yeah. If you criticize Israel at all, they'll try to, denigrate you and destroy you and call you names, call you anti-Semitic, etc. And it can ruin you. And I said, yes, certainly that's true, but it can also be very costly to stand up to those people.
All right. So this is an admission under oath that, unlike the post that Seth Dillon put on X right after Candace Owens exposed this meeting, that it was actually just a friendly influencer retreat, it was in fact a heated and spirited debate wherein Charlie expressed blatantly that he was destroyed and labeled anti-Semitic for not offering a certain level of support to Israel. Seth Dillon confirms that to be true right there. And I just love how it's always about saving the West. The state of Israel is the only way to save and preserve Western civilization. Without Israel, there is no Western civilization. This we hear from Bibi Netanyahu time and time again, which leads me to the next and very important point on this, because Erica Kirk was with Charlie at this Hamptons intervention. And you see what Seth Dillon did there. There are claims that this was being called an intervention, allegedly. Yeah, the primary source on that is not Candace Owens. It was Andrew Colvett who told Candace Owens that. And you know damn well that this is what Charlie told Andrew Colvett, that this is what this was. So for him to deny that is dishonest. But Erica, remember, was also at this intervention. She must have seen Charlie's frustration over all of this. And she was there, per her own words, when Bibi Netanyahu called and Charlie turned him down there. Imagine the conversations just back in the room after the fact, like the way that real life plays out between Charlie and Erica at this intervention when they're away from everybody else. So for her now to be positioned in this way, still taking and accepting money from those same Zionist donors, making Charlie's life a living hell for the last months of it, just makes me very uncomfortable.